Hello everyone, I am Tacit and welcome to the Gems of War Campaign 14, Week 10, final week, Day 4, only a few days left of the current campaign if you haven't already finished it. Of course, make sure to do so. 3 days, 6 hours, 55 minutes, and 41 seconds remain. I didn't even realize this one has it down to the second, that's kind of funny. Most of the timers only go down to the minute, but that's really funny. Because, yeah, most of them go like this, but that one actually goes to the exact second. Anyways, of course, still got to go finish up the Summer of Love event. We have all the uniques, but I still want to go get the good old Power Orb. I might as well start with that just so we don't forget. Aside from that, we have the class event, as I mentioned. It's basically a handful of free gems, but, you know, they add up. Might as well go for them. 25 gems pays for half the cost of today's little battle thing. So, might as well. And, yeah, we still trying to focus on tokens. Upgrading the troops this week when I did Sunspear, Pride Lands to level 29 really reminded me that I have like 0 remaining tokens. Not literally 0, but you know, pretty close. Pretty close to that number. So, yeah, we would definitely need to get on that grind. We have been lately, but of course, still need plenty more. And where we're already at. But anyways, hello everyone! Hope all you guys have been having a wonderful week. Hello Roman, hello Jason, hello Supernova, hello Kikolia. Hello, Lucian. Hello, everyone else. Welcome. And, of course, we'll keep powering it up, though. Honestly, the damage that they have, or not damage necessarily, but the durability that they have, starting to get a little bit out of kill range for this team. Because we're already at the point where, if they have spell reduction, double cast is not killing, I don't believe. No, we have enough mana accumulation that, third cast isn't really that big a deal. Yeah, I believe this one's gonna live. Oh, now if we get a billion skulls, it's not. I said, hello, Lester. Welcome. Also, that one random heart thing next to the chat, for whatever reason, I can actually see it next to my chat this time. So what happens if I click one of these? Does it just do something in chat? There we go, 100. Let's see. Yeah, it just like puts it into chat or something. I have no clue what that's doing. But I did something. Can you guys see those? Yeah, there it goes. Yeah, I can randomly spam my own chat with them now, too. I'm not sure why, but it only sometimes shows up for me. Most of the time it doesn't, but for whatever reason today it did. That's weird. Interesting. I don't have a way to like enable it, disable, or anything either. I haven't seen it anyways. Interesting. And I could only see it on the one chat. For whatever reason on my other interface I can't see it. But on the other one I can. Very strange. I said hello, Cookie! Welcome. Actually, that was something I was still eating from the other day. One thing we had for 4th of July were some nice fudgy brownies, which I guess aren't cookies, but you know, same difference. They're in the dessert category, but they're so good. Finally finished out the last of them. But yeah, I'm almost out of 4th of July food, or Independence Day food. Pretty much have depleted everything almost. Oh yeah, also hello Isabel. And yes, the guild is still recruiting if anyone wants to join on PC Mobile. You can do 2 million plus gold per week, as well as just participate in all guild related things. Or you know, just standard events. We do have a spot open. What are we right now? I think we're the 23rd highest guild in the game. I don't normally keep track of it. It's a really weird number to keep track of as well because you know, over time, just whatever guilds have been around the longest tend to just go up on that leaderboard. I haven't looked at it for a while. Yeah, we're currently 24th. Kind of 23rd. It depends if we do slightly more to pass them. Kind of in like a whole conglomerate of people about to pass us right there. It's interesting how small of a difference there is between the top now. Like, there's only a few million difference between all that. If you like power grind as a guild, you just make it all the way there. Which is interesting. Also, some of them are going at a slower rate. Like, I believe we're actually getting higher trophy rate than Interim these days. They used to be #1 back in the day. But then they got a lot more casual, like our guild basically did. Where we're still really active, but more towards the casual side of active. We're not, like, try-harding, like, trophies or anything like that. And their guild kind of went down the same way. Also, I have no clue what's happening here. This is an anomaly that still bypasses my comprehension. But, yeah, they're really at it. Not quite sure what happened there, but, they sure grind a lot. That is for sure. Anyways, let's go to the summer event. Like, they have double... First and second have, like, double over third. It's kind of insane. I know leaderboards are sometimes like that, but see that on trophy amount, especially for guilds that kind of started up out of, like, several years ago. Like, not the OG ones that have been around for, like, 5+ years, but I believe both those guilds were, like, the last couple years, and they just kind of came out of nowhere. Which is probably how they passed everyone, if they were going at that quick of a rate. Oh, 2 HP, what are you doing? Hello, Insane Gamer! Welcome, welcome. It's like 15k plus with multiple members a week. Oh, wow. They actually grind that much? I can't even remember the last time I've even done 15,000 trophies in a single week. Let alone every single week. Like, if I go check mine right now, let's see, it's Thursday. It should be under 1,000. Like, how many I've done so far right now? Yeah, 564. I could never imagine doing 15,000. Even our most active person is not even half that. And it's already halfway through the week. So even they would be below that. Also, wow, Eloko's done a lot of battles this week. Wait, what? He has done more battles than the rest of the guild combined. That's actually kind of insane. Why is he grinding so much? What is he grinding? What's his PvP rank? Is he like rank 1 PvP or the other event? Wait, where is he? Let me check. Did he do the world event? Did he go crazy on the world event? No, he did a pretty normal amount. He's 5th place in the guild, which is still high, but you know, it's not like power grinds. Did he do it for PvP? He might just be doing Explore. Because I don't see him here, and he should be, like, way past here if he has that many battles. I don't see him here. Yeah, he must just be doing Explore or something. He must really want those merchants for those maxed kingdoms or something. He might be on the power grind to try to get, like, 30-star Pride lands this week or something. Because he probably doesn't have the deeds like almost everyone in the game, so he might be farming them out. Anyways, did we finish Summer of Love event? I keep forgetting because I keep getting distracted. Yes, I have finished. Okay, well, not finished, but, you know, finished for today. Let's go mess with the current world event then. Go see how that is doing. That's not where you get there. We go over there, facing death. Take our little bit of reward. Why not? I think we get an upgrade out of it. No, we do not. It'll tell us. Oh no! We need the next reward tier. We're not going to have it. Oh, I didn't even do my battles yesterday. I didn't realize that. Interesting. Alright, what do we need here? Yes, I do want to switch to metals. Yeah, we'll just roll with that. Why not? We're currently still running Diamantina because why not? It just auto-wins everything. It's been doing pretty good for us. Haven't really had a need to change it, particularly in this mode, because we're actually still at one-shot range for most of the things. Actually, even Black Manacle one-shots here. This one's at such a low range. Some of the other ones are at like 100-something right now. Like, yeah, the Death Claws are at 178. Now, this one will require more than just the Diamantina, I'm pretty sure. You only get about 3k a week for doing 5 hours a day. Yeah, I probably do like 2-ish hours a day. Somewhere around there. Most of which just gets streamed anyways these days. Though we do grind some off-stream, especially when there's like vault events or other similar things. It's just when there's not necessarily something directly to need a grind for in a given week, I tend to play a little bit less. Just because our resource stacks are already so nice. Obviously, if next patch brings in a bunch of new currencies, we'll be power grinding that like crazy. Because that tends to be what happens when new content comes out. Like, remember when the new orbs came out, we did like thousands of Volkies? Like, within a single weekend, we did 1,000. Within like a week, we did another 1,000. We were just kind of chugging down the Volkies. And we're going to be doing pretty similar for whatever 7.0 brings. Because we did that when Nishas came out. We had 3 Nishas within a month and a half. We did that for the Mimic. We had the Horde Mimic troop within a month. And a lot of grinds like that. Like, I haven't gotten a Horde Mimic in like a year and a half. Since I've gotten the second Horde Mimic. Get the first 2 we got like within a month and then within a month again. And whenever newer stuff comes out, we definitely power grind it. There isn't as much of a need to already grind already existing content. Like there is, because, you know, we still need like 1 billion more tokens. But, you know, I just kind of poke at it here and there. Rather than doing super long grinds for it. Just because we're already in a pretty comfortable location for most of those resources. So no need to overkill it. Curious to see what 7.0 does bring. Because obviously we will grind whatever comes out for it. And hopefully it's a pretty fun one. The only issue I could see with that is the patch is going to come out like a week or two right before I'm going to be leaving. Because I'm leaving in like 2 weeks from now. It's just slightly less than 2 weeks from now. And there's a good chance the patch is next week, so that only gives us like a week to power grind like crazy before I have to go. And of course when we get back, we'll do it a bunch. Plus I might be able to do some on my phone while I'm there as well. Though I probably won't be doing it too much, but we'll see. Because I'm not going to have my laptop this time. This will actually be the first time I'm traveling, I think, ever without a laptop. Which is going to feel weird. Because I'm so used to always having one whenever I go somewhere. Now I'm going to have absolutely none. Because the one I'm still using right now, the better one, it still has a broken screen. Like, it physically will not close. So it is impossible to transport it from point A to point B without, like, completely breaking the screen. Or potentially accidentally breaking the screen. The other thing in the summer event, I forgot to troop, is a boss killer and targeted Diamantina. Oh, yeah, that can happen. That's one big downside of Diamantina. As with Zolgoth, as with, many similar troops. They do count as boss troops. And there is a whole category of troops that do 5 times damage to boss troops. I wish we had more towers to utilize that mechanic. Because we only have, like, one player-owned tower in the entire game, despite there being just as many tower counters as there are, boss counters. But yeah, all those boss counter troops can all just basically one-shot anything like that. Zolgoth, Enraged Carandera, Diamantina, anything under that category. It's one of the reasons why the weaker boss troops are some of the worst troops in the entire game. Because not only are they basically as good as an average mythic, but they also take 5 times damage, just get one-shotted by all those boss counters. Like, for example, the Hatter and Scroll-related things, like Hatter Ascendant and Scroll Reborn. They're generally not worth using, because they're rather average mythics that get ultra hard countered in one shot. Like, they have all the downsides of being a boss while having all the averageness of just being like a standard mythic. Because Zolgoth, Diamantina, they have enough value that they make up for their big downside of being able to be one-shotted by some things. Quite a few of the other ones do not. Looks like we have 4 battles left here. Alright, let's see, what do we need here? We'll go for Explosion. Oh, no Valor even here. This might be our final fight for the world event. Also, if you guys didn't see it last night, for whatever reason, we have a billion Sharky codes this week. And by this week, I mean this month. So, expect a Shark code, like, every stream this month. Because I still have 48 left. There's a lot of them, to say the least. Why every single one of them has one in it, I do not know, but honestly, don't really mind. They could start doing that every month, where we just have like a random pet in the codes. That would actually be kind of cool. Because we have basically infinite sharks to hand out this month. I might even just keep a couple on reserve, just so I have them too, for like backup sharks. In case we ever at one point want to randomly hand out a shark. As a special code. And that was our final battle. Hey, that was actually enough. We carried our guild to the next reward tier. Which would have been useful to have beforehand, because that's actually more damage for when we do it tomorrow. Because I can now replace this with this. Which doesn't help us now, but will help us tomorrow. And the rest of the week. Anyways, okay, so next order of business. Let's go take out Adventure Board. Adventure Board has a nice green deed. Unfortunately, that is not the one I need. I need verse 3, not verse 1. But, hey, another one for the pile. And, of course, a little stack of gems on the other one. Oh, actually, I forgot. This gives you gems, too. I completely forgot about that. So, in total, we have 40 gems. Plus the 20, so 60 gems for free today. Nice. Always nice to get that little bit extra. Alright, what am I even looking for here? You know what? I always keep clicking on Steam. I think it's because the only one up here I have in a different color, so I always feel the need to click it. Because it looks different. So my natural inclination is like, ooh, must click. Hello, Draco! Welcome, welcome. Yeah, there we go. A little bit extra. There's our daily 20. Also, hello, Chad, by the way. Welcome, welcome. And Logic's there if I didn't already say hi. Yeah, we'll hand out the shark code as soon as we clear out this final daily. I guess technically dungeon's the final daily. And the rest of the time we're probably just token grinding as nothing else to really target this week. Also, hello, Crisp. Welcome, welcome. Hope all has been well. Did you get any of the shark codes either? To hand out? Actually, do you ever get redeem codes to hand out? Okay, we'll take that one over. You made a new twist to your Gold Dragon farm team? Ooh, nice. What is it? I hope booty gems help with that. We're getting booty gems next season. And unless they're reworking it, it's basically just like 10 gold every time you destroy one. And hopefully everything creates enough booty gems that that's actually viable. Because booty gems could be the return of gold boost ratio teams. But we'll just have to wait and see. But yeah, booty gems come out next season in 2 weeks from now. Well, technically a week and a half at this point. Not next week, but the following week. It's the main power gem of next season. Kind of like how the Deathmark one was the one of this season. Also, don't forget, if you are trying to use the Deathmark mechanic at all, with the Deathmark gem, there's a couple things you could cheese, like high-level delves. So if you want to try running that this weekend, it's pretty good value. Like, you'll be able to get a lot more from a Deathmark than the enemy team. So if you want to run, like, level 500 delves or something similar with it. It's the last few days. Today, tomorrow, Saturday, and Sunday are the last days you can get away with that. Until it's going to be a gold gem. Anyways, class trial. Oh yeah, duh, we have a class trial event. Have I not done that yet? Well, we'll hand out a code as soon as we go to dungeon, then we'll go to class trial. Anything good? Come on, top 3? No, silence, that's the worst one. No, 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 no. Ooh. You know what, we're just gonna ignore it. Angry Mob has immune, we're just gonna go for Angry Mob mana. Hope by the time it has the thing, we're just good to go. Because you're gonna get silenced, so I can't use that. It's basically like we don't even have that troop. Let's go get Angry Mob mana and just hope by the time Angry Mob is full mana that everything is on the team is cleansed. I think that's going to be the game plan, so we'll throw down you, poke, poke, poke. Get the Angry Mob. Get the Leprechaun. Get the Zolgoth. Somehow completely miss. And that should pretty much be match. Take our extra turn there, and that's way more than enough damage. Singular Skull would have been enough, and we'll overkill Zolgoth. Alright, 2 more left. I'm never going to bother sending cleanse medals. By the time I go all the way over, switch it to cleanse, switch it out of cleanse, just going to take too long. So we're just going to get Angry Mob up slowly and hope that's enough. It was last fight. Hopefully it will in the next 2 as well. If only I can actually get mana here, though. Please let me have mana. I would love if we could just take that mana. There we go. Alright, and that should be match. We'll take out the thing that doesn't mean to burn. Good thing he didn't drain the thing of importance. Though he did drain our Angry Mob. I guess that is slightly important, but we'll take that. And, you know what? We'll stick to Skull. We already have enough damage. I think there was already a Skull before I casted that, so I could just won beforehand, but it will. Wand of Stars, Kris Crinkle, Diamond Tina, and Mirage Queen. Ooh. Yeah, Kris Crinkle's a fun one. They fully restored his ability, too, several months ago. There was a big glitch with his ability initially. But then they fixed it. But I haven't really used them much since they fixed the issue with them. I used them initially while the issue was still going on and all the false bans that were happening last Christmas because of it. However, I haven't really been messing with it ever since they reverted it back to normal after all the glitchiness that occurred with it. But yeah, he's a fun treasure map game too. Honestly, I like his treasure map boost ratio more than anything because it makes treasure map builds viable. There are very few things that boost ratio from treasure maps within the game, though. And almost all of them are from Blackhawk. Okay, so we did that, Let's go into the code, and then let's go do the class trials. We'll do it with the team we mentioned on Monday, which, that's the wrong trials. Sunspear class, which is the Shadow Hunter into Dawnbringer, or any blue AoE weapon. Alright, let me go ahead to the code. And this one is the Sharky code, by the way. Let's see. Oh, wait. Which one is the Sharky one? These are the Sharky ones. But here you guys go. Happy Shark Month. Because pretty much every stream this month, we will have one of these. There you guys go. Enjoy the Sharky. If you don't have the pet yet, you will have like 20 or plus by the end of this year, a month. Because we have like 40 something more to hand out. Not all today, obviously. Anyways, where were we? Let's go do... not that. Let's go do... I will eventually remember what I was going to go to. The Clash Trial. And copy-paste the team from Monday. Or I should say Tuesday. I forgot. I covered it a day later. Well, it's because I'm kind of busy on Monday preparing for Independence Day. Which, of course, at this point has passed. I'll take the Dawnbringer. That's enough to kill. Got a Valraven in play. This month has felt like it's been going by pretty quick. Feels like July just started, and I guess it technically has. It's only the 6th day of July, but still. It was like the 1st or 2nd day of it. Oh, what do we need here? We'll take the red over. That other one over. Like, this entire month has felt like one day so far. What do we need? What do we need? Ooh, 5 times yellow. That is like the most perfect thing we can get. Technically seen that in blue as well because of all the extra mana we get from it. That's hello, J Shar. Welcome, welcome. If I'm not mistaken, we have like +5 blue right now. It's kind of insane how much extra blue we have. If we surge on blue, I'm pretty sure it's full mana. As well, we have +1, +2, 3, 6. Wow, we're actually 1 mana off from full manaing just from taking a blue. Because we get 9 for non-surge blue. That means a surge blue is 12 mana. That's a lot of mana. And yeah, as Isabel mentioned, definitely feel free to leave a like on stream. Helps a lot and is greatly appreciated. If you guys have any questions or anything you want me to go over, do let me know. Also, speaking of which, we'll be covering the Mythic, I almost said Mythic tier list. But we'll be covering the Mythic itself, the new Mythic coming out tomorrow. I'll cover that pretty early in the morning. Might even just stay up and cover it tonight. But, yeah, new Mythic coming out tomorrow. We're also getting Bounty Hunter, but that's not as interesting. It's just another dead content Bounty Hunter troop that you use for 1 week and then never touch again. But, the Mythic's actually kind of interesting. It combines a lot of mechanics that already exist. It's an in-between of Tina 9000 combined with Draculus combined with Eye of Argris, or whatever that one newer Mythic is called. I can't remember, he's so new. But the one that creates like 2 Doom Skulls every single turn. Instead, it creates 1 Uber Doom Skull every single turn. I'm really curious to see how it pans out. I don't feel like I would use it too often. Because I personally feel like I would use each individual thing that's based on a little bit more. The only thing that it's based on that I feel like I would use it more than the alternative is Draculus. I do feel like it's just better Draculus. I would much rather distribute my damage as 4 hits rather than 1 AoE. As that bypasses Submerge and slightly Barrier and stuff like that. It also gives you kill potential. It does lead to some situations where you overkill things. But that's generally a good thing. It's one of the reasons why Tina 9000 is done. Because it overkilling is actually a benefit of it, not a downside. I was gonna say, hopefully we get the Cascade there, and we actually did. Also, are we not set to extra magic? That should have killed at this range. Why did that not kill? I don't think he has spell reduction. That's so weird. Why do you live with 2 HP? Because he shouldn't have. I'm using Frost Mage too, so we get the extra 5 damage. Because, for any of you that don't know, well, it's not utilized that much, especially these days, because stats keep getting higher and higher. But every single class does give you +5 extra magic to a given color when you're using that corresponding colored weapon. So you can get a little bit more damage from it. It's not that big of an amount these days, given that 5 compared to how much total magic exists is not as big as it used to be. Also, I took that the completely wrong way. Meant to take the brown there for the extra turn. But anyways, it can add up. 5 extra damage is quite a bit. Can definitely be the difference between killing and not killing a lot of times. Also, hello, Jonian. Welcome, welcome. Alright, here's a Valraven in play. I think we still need 2 more of them to be able to have enough sigils. Luckily, it's guaranteed that you'll get enough Valravens. More so just making sure they don't run away. Catch you later, Jason. Thanks for stopping by. Just got a new PC cooling fans. Nice. Good luck installing those. I normally don't keep up with computer technology. I tend to just update all at once, rather than like gradually updating. Which reminds me, I need to get my mom a new computer soon. The one she has is like really low. Like I'm not even sure exactly everything that's in it, but it is absurdly low. Like I think my decade-old laptop has better performance than it. The specs on it are so low. It's not that low, but you know. Because she basically uses it for nothing, but the one thing she uses it for, like it actually needs to be decent for, which is Sims. Like Sims has some pretty high requirements to play. Not like absurdly high, but decently high. The most recent Sims 4. Like the older ones have lower specs at requirements. The most recent one's pretty high, especially if you're doing like a bunch of DLC. Because generally that just breaks the game even further, performance-wise. I know Sims 3 was really bad in that regard. Like if you kept getting DLC, the performance of the game just kept getting like substantially worse. I assumed at some point they would have fixed it. Not sure if they ever bothered getting around to it. Yeah, we still don't have a roadmap for the second half of the year for Gems of War. I'm not sure when they're posting it. It has to be pretty soon. Isn't this the last month that we have roadmapped? Like the big 7.0 patch is happening right now? Or not right now, but you know, next week most likely. Because I don't think we have any roadmap beyond that. Other than 7.0 happening most likely next week. But beyond that, we don't really know what's happening the rest of this year. And even with that, we don't know what's actually happening in the patch. Hopefully it's a good one. It's a big 0.0, so you know it's something big. Though something big doesn't necessarily mean something good. That is to be determined once it comes out. Right, final 3. Wait, how many sigils do we have left? Is this Valraven fight? It is. There we go. I was gonna say. Because if we only have one left, it's guaranteed Valraven. Luckily, this weapon requires you to take yellows, so you deny it naturally. Don't even need to go out of our way. I was gonna cascade it, but it's already there, so might as well go for it. He's gonna get a revive here. Shadow Hunter... Is that enough to kill? Can Shadow Hunter one shot? Problem is getting its mana. Oh, we'll try. How much boost ratio is that? No, it's not enough! I should have just taken the skull. Oh, it wasn't enough damage. That's so unfortunate. I was hoping it would have been. It was 6 off. That thing's boost ratio is kind of weird. Because it always hits strongest, it basically never has enough damage to one-shot its target. Like, it hits them really hard, but never enough to kill it all the way. Like, if I do this right here... Okay, that time it did do it all the way. But more often than not, it doesn't have enough damage to actually one-shot what it wants to hit. Oh yeah, it is all enemy life, not just a single target's one, though. That's the other Rashka that does that. Actually, we had to face him in the other battle, too. That one brown-yellow one. We had to face them in the trial event this week. Not the Clash trial, but you know, the trial. The one for the Starry Pet. Because I was confusing that with that one for a moment. Because that one has a 2-to-1 based on that thing's HP. This is a 3-to-1, but it's based on all life on the opposing team, not just your target. Whereas the other one is based only on your target. That one brown-yellow Rashka one. I forget his name. Ah, there we go. Alright, grab all that. Handful of 25 gems. Not a lot, but you know, they add up. And what do we have in our mail? Oh, this should be the Sharky pet. Or the Sharky code, right? Yep, there it is. 2 treasure maps, 1 gem key, 200 souls, 2,500 gold, and a random Sharky. Oh yeah, we still haven't named Tyrion Shark. Is Tyrion even here right now? Not sure if he is. He's missing out on all the sharks. Well, I'm pretty sure he already isn't maxed by now. Let's see. Anyways, we did that, we did that. I think we've done all the things. With that being said, I guess we shall go grind tokens. We've been doing that lately. Been doing 20% chasing. Been messing around with quite a few different teams as well. And let's go try something else tonight. Let's see. Oh no, what do we want to run? We keep replacing out our first slot. We're messing with Oops that Rope Dart earlier. What else might we want to run? We could run a gold farming team. No, the problem with gold farming teams is they take almost twice as long to win a lot of times. Maybe not exactly twice as long, but like at least 50% longer. Let's see. Iron Guts with Bane of Mercy, I don't think I've used too much outside of Underworld. Let's go give it a shot. We were mentioning when it came out. That's a pretty good combination. I've barely ever used it since. Obviously, Bane of Mercy I've been using quite a bit, and even Hiking Iron Gut Bane of Mercy. But specifically, Hiking Iron Gut Bane of Mercy outside of Underworld I've not been utilizing too much, which allows you to get Hiking Iron Gut turn 1 to over 100 attack, at least this late in the game. Obviously, earlier on in the game, stats may vary. However, this late in the game, you can get away with that. Alright, so let's go and... what do I want to do for this then? We need... Not that. We need... You know what? Yeah, let's go down the Zolgoth route. Might as well. If it works, it works. Zolgoth Thrall. Might as well. Put a Thrall in there. It's a little bit weirder than running it with Leprechaun, but it should be fine. Sometimes we'll get unluckier at start, but other times we'll get way more value. Yeah, we should that into like a purple-blue or something. Let's minus something we don't have, which oddly enough is green. And there we go. Alright, seems good to go. Let's go test this thing. And it should be able to be ran everywhere. I can't think of a single location that's really going to hard counter this. Other than, I guess, those ones that have, like, immune to everything. But even then, we have so much value everywhere else that should be fine. So the only problem I can see here is we might not be able to get an immediate Bane of Mercy. Which leads to some awkward situations with this where it can't do as much. But you know what? We're actually going to cast it just to try to get purple. Because worst comes to worst, we will always be able to do that to get Thrall mana. And then we just go crazy from there. We throw that down. Boom. Throw the other poke. Oh gosh, what's your score reduction at? Fine, we'll devour you then. You're cursed anyways. You can easily get the kill. And there we go. Yeah, just kind of cycle that team. And ideally have Bane of Mercy alignment because we get so much value whenever we do. Hit another starting board without it though. And no purple either. Gosh, I'm going to have to cast Bane of Mercy just to get our purple for Thrall. Which is not the ideal way that you want to be doing that, but mana's mana. I obviously want to kill the Glory Gnome first. Get the last bit of mana there. Devour something else. Zolgoth whatever. And that should be match. And dead. Well, that's the basic strategy. If we could just get Bane of Mercy to actually land for once. Also, we got a Glory Gnome there. I did not see how much glory we just got, though. Eventually, Bane of Mercy will have alignment at some point. It's only a matter of time before we can actually do something. I can even take it for a 3, which is like the weirdest thing as well. Because all we need is a 3 just to get Thrall rolling. Nope, we'll take it for nothing. That's fine. Get a Devour, get the other poke. Get a board clear one more time. Of course, now we get the Bane of Mercy. A little late, but sure. I'll take that, take that. But yeah, it does what it needs to do. I still think this is slightly slower than just the pure Zolgoth build. Like, you know, triple damage burning Zolgoth. Well, it definitely gets the job done. And that's what it looks like when we actually get a good starting board for once. Now we can do that, throw down this, throw down that. And, oh yeah, I forgot. I'm, like, trying to do, like, triple damage burning poke. I forgot. It's actually gonna be double poke. Because we don't have triple damage burning. I'm, like, trying to take a skull as if it'll kill it. Nope. That's not how Iron Gut works. What could you replace Zolgoth with on this team? You would definitely need another damage source. Any of the Zolgoth likes could probably work. Like any of the ones that are similar to Zolgoth that create 12 skulls when they get a kill. Like any of those would probably fit pretty well there. Aside from that, pretty much just any damage source that has a good single target could work. Even a skull spammer if you want to go all in on skulls. Like a skull converter. Because we're mostly just using that slot for an insta-kill plus the skulls. So anything that can do either or is fine. Probably more so the insta-kill, though. Because we're not really using these skulls much in this layout. Because we don't have triple damage burning, we don't have one-shot range. Oh, it gained barrier, that's not good. Luckily do so much damage through everything that it's barely gonna matter. Also, one funny other thing you could technically replace it with too is, I was gonna say another Iron Gut, but you actually do want it to be purple. If you don't have Zolgoth, you would definitely want to replace that slot with something that uses purple, so that you can use the excess mana from Bane of Mercy. Because when she actually does what she's supposed to do, you're gonna have a lot of excess purple. And a smash. Yeah, I like this team. I still feel like I would mostly still use this in only Underworld, though. Even though you can use Iron Gut outside of Underworld now pretty consistently with a team like this. I don't know, it just feels better in Underworld. There's already things that can win a bit quicker than this. But it definitely does what it needs to do. I just feel like this stat range is slightly too low for what it wants to do. Because these stats could be 1,000 everything and we'd be killing just as quick. If anything, we'd actually probably be killing quicker because Iron Gut would benefit more from them having higher stats. Oddly enough, Explorer 12 is almost a low-level range for this team. It's one of the reasons why it's ran in Underworld and such. Because it does like that super high level range area. And Explorer, compared to how high some areas go in the game, is pretty low statted these days. Like, obviously it's still pretty high. Like, we're talking about stats in the hundreds. But, you know, compared to our stats, it's like basically even with us. With like what current max stats are within the game. It's definitely not as high as when it first came out, that's for sure. Even though it's still the same, but you know. Back then, stats were way lower across the entire game. And of course, the gap on Underworld has been getting shorter and shorter as well. But I feel like that's been less impactful overall. Like the stat disparity there. Because they still have a lot of stats. Like, you're still more than double over-statted in Underworld when you're doing, like, 500 more often than not. Even with all the Underworld bonuses, unless you have, like, a ton of them. Whereas an Explorer, super late in the game, you have basically the same stats as them now. Like, they're in the 150s, we're almost in the 150s, not quite. There's one 150. I just realized, I just converted all yellow-purple, and I need to convert it all purple to yellow! Go figure. I love it. That happens sometimes. I haven't seen that in a while. Like converting all the color and then the enemy converting it all back. Obviously, it gets no value from it in a sense. Because even though it's getting boost ratio for whatever its convert number is, in case of Mercy, it heals slightly more. Or gives them more HP, I should say. But they can't get any alignment because there's no new board or very minimal new board. So they don't actually get that much value from it compared to our initial cast. Still really funny, though. I'll catch you later, Chad. Thanks for stopping by. Have a good week. Oh, no! We got silenced by hitting it with a skull. Oh, no. Could you, like, cleanse our team instead of cursing the enemy team? That'd be kind of beneficial right about now. Oh, no! And because we didn't do the Bane of Mercy yet. Oh, wait. I could have done that first because we had alignment. Oh, that was a mistake. I could have done that to have Guaranteed Devour there so we didn't have to chance it. Unfortunate. And now we just devour it. Oh, well, then we just Zolgoth it. Well, if one instant killer dies, we have another. And luckily, unlike Underworld, we don't actually have to worry about Iron Gut dying. Like, if it does, it means nothing. Because it just gets reset every fight. Whereas in Underworld, you have to deal with that for the entirety of the delve. Which is not ideal, to say the least. Wow, we do not have that good of Bane of Mercy. There's one yellow on the entire board. Well, there is two now, but on the starting board, there was only one. Alright, let me do it in correct order this time. Do Bane of Mercy first if you have alignment. Then you cast it. Then you go crazy with Zolgoth. Let me take the mana first. Then you go crazy with Zolgoth. Then you clear the board, and let's match. Just get one more poke in there. Oh, could I have just taken a skull there? I think I could have cascaded with the red giant gem. That's something I was thinking of at the time. But I'm pretty sure I could have just wiped that over and taken a skull. It's normally not a move you can really do. Because very rarely would that ever perfectly align, but I think we just had a board that could have. Because you can do that with Doom Skulls pretty often, but very rarely can you do it with giant gems. That's because there's a lot less ways to create giant gems compared to Doom Skulls. And even tomorrow, we're getting another Doom Skull option. Well, technically it's Uber Doom Skull, but still Doom Skull, nonetheless. Just a bigger version of it. Because we're getting another mechanic of that tomorrow. It's mostly a true damager troop, but it is still something that it does. Yeah, tomorrow's Mythic's actually pretty cool. I'm looking forward to it. I don't feel like I would use it too often, but I wish more Mythics were as unique as it in its premise. Because it's nice to get a nice, unique Mythic, even if it's not going to be that useful. Because at least it fills something that isn't already done, rather than having a Mythic that is both useless and a repeat mechanic, in a sense. Because those are the worst. The ones that are both completely useless and are just like a rehash of an already existing mechanic, without doing anything new to it. He's even in the campaign pass. Like, that Mythic's bad, for the most part. Like, very situational. You'd almost never use it. But it's unique enough that, you know, it stands as a standalone troop that you would, like, ever so occasionally maybe use just for the fun of it. Or under certain restrictions. But, then there's some that you would just never use under any circumstance. Where the ability's so bad and already basically is a weaker version of an existing mechanic. Rather than being weak but unique. I don't have a cascade over there. How is it so hard to get a purple? We literally have a purple converter, like I still barely get purple. Gotta give up our turn and give him like 10,000 mana before we can get our thing down. It's the only problem with Bane of Mercy in a team like this, because we absolutely need to cast it for both Thrall and to get our attack value and to get the curse. And if the board is really bad, then we have to just cast on the really bad board sometimes. Which is not ideal. Worst comes to worst, we just swipe a purple. But we've been getting so many starting boards where I can't even do that. Like right now, I can't cast Bane of Mercy, nor can I swipe a purple. Which are the two things we're looking for. Also, should have taken that red first. Also, surprisingly, he didn't take it the entire time. Alright, now we finally have alignment. Let me get the Zolgoth over there. Nice bit of skull damage. Go down the Iron Gut. And that should be match. And just devour the other guy. You're craving some ice cream and cake? Ooh, that sounds pretty nice. What kind of cake? Actually, that's something I haven't had in a while, oddly enough. Just like cake in general. I've had other desserts in recent times. Like most recently, literally just brownies the other day. But I haven't had like normal cake or any kind of cake in a long while. I don't even think I had cake on my last birthday. A golden fudge cake? Ooh. Is it a Petridge Farm one or a different brand? Oh no! Yeah, that's a problem. Iron Gut being devoured. I mean, not devoured, being entangled. That is very problematic for two reasons. Well, actually one reason. He can't gain attack, and he has a 0% chance to devour on cast. Which means he basically has an extra turn poke, which you can still utilize. It's something we've done in Underworld a couple times. Where we basically had to use his poke. Because that's still extra turn poke damage. A little bit of chip here and there. It's not horrible. Like, it's not ideal compared to insta-killing something, but, you know, you can still work around it. There's a big difference between hitting something for like 50-something and insta-kill. But it's still more than nothing. And it still maintains its auto extra turn. Oh, it is a Petridge Farm cake. Ooh. Yeah, those are pretty good. One thing that mentioning that like randomly makes me crave though is like a random cake with like pudding in the middle. It's like such a nice combination of cake. Where it has like that softer middle texture. Potentially doing it with like strawberries and such. Because that's one I feel like fruit works really well for. Is if you have like a white cake with chocolate icing with like strawberries, you know, actual strawberries, and like a pudding center. We did the Bane of Mercy, so we have enough to do that. Take the other one out. Yeah, this is kind of an annoying location because this place has a lot of Entangle. These Forest of Thorns, after all. It's pretty much one of the premier locations for Entangle. Oddly enough, does not have an Entangling hero class. It's just something I'm kind of surprised they never gave to Archer. They didn't tweak its traits when they did the whole, like, hero expansion thing. So it can still entangle at start of battle, but aside from that, it has no entangle on it because it's entangle at start of battle from the forest tree. But it itself does not have an entangle mechanic. Like Elementalist is literally a better entangler than the Forest of Thorns hero class, despite the kingdom being almost entirely entangle based. Where's our next 20%? Blackhawk. We'll head over here. This place shouldn't have anything too annoying. It has a little bit of Submerge, but this team doesn't care at all about Submerge. Once again, horrible starting board. This is why I hate using Converters compared to Leprechaun. If you ever wonder why like 90% of my teams have Leprechaun, this stream is basically why. I think out of like 1 out of 10 boards... Oh, I forgot, you have Impervious. I haven't cast Bane of Mercy yet, have I? Like, 1 out of 10 boards we've had so far this stream have actually been viable for us to cast Bane of Mercy. Converters, they're really good when they have alignment. The problem is when they don't. Like, even right now, like, we don't have alignment. We do get a lot of value from it, so we're still going to go for it. Oh, we got it from Cascade, at least. I'll start turn 2 from the other thing. Good taking that skull. I'll take that, get her a little bit of mana. And that is match. Oh, you have stealthy! No! Oh, it doesn't really matter. You still die pretty much the same time. A little unfortunate, though. Ooh, merchant! First merchant of the night. Anything good? Oh, yes! 3 Nishas. That's more than we farmed all week. Actually, have we even gotten a Nisha this week? I know we got a couple Anus here and there. I think we got 1 Nisha the other day. Yeah, only 1. You know, everyone adds up. Ah, there's another stack of 3. Alright, we just devour him because he now has Curse on him. Even though he has Impervious, Curse makes it so he has none of that. I do have to say, Bane of Mercy is one of the strongest empowers we've gotten in a while. The other one is that one green one, which I also feel like I haven't been using that much. We've just been getting so many good options this year that I haven't been able to use a lot of newer things. Like, what are some of the better things? We got an Eye of Argris, we got in Bane of Mercy, we got Tesla buff, though she was already insane, but, you know, she's even more insane now. We got Ironhawk not getting nerfed. But what was the other one I was trying to mention? That one green one, why did I forget her name? But it has Empower, Green Convert with Green Storm, and it uses green. Which is one of the only few empowers in the entire game that feeds back to itself. Other than, like, Leprechaun and such. But, like, actual converters that feed back into themselves, which is really rare. Almost none of the converters do. I'm surprised I haven't seen it more in Guild War defend teams. I guess in all fairness, we've only had, like, 1 or 2 Guild Wars since then. But I can't recall even seeing it on a Guild War defend team yet. And I don't think I bothered updating mine with them, which could also be the issue. Most people probably just didn't update theirs. Because I know I do mine very situationally. Let's see. Do you buy or home? Oh, for the pudding cake, my mom normally makes it from scratch. I think she normally gets the pudding already. But, like, she makes half of it from scratch. Like, the pudding's normally, like, a pre-made one. But, like, most rest she does from scratch. Because I generally don't bake. Very absurdly rarely. If it is, it's something, like, ultra basic. Also, why do I keep wasting Iron Gut? I should have casted that first. I keep doing that wrong synergy because I haven't used this team too much. You're supposed to Bane of Mercy before you cast... if you have guaranteed Bane of Mercy alignment, you should cast your Bane of Mercy before you do your Iron Gut. That will not only guarantee your 100 attack, but you also need to do it just so you have the bypass on Impervious as well. What flavor? Normally vanilla. So it has like a vanilla chocolate mix because you use like vanilla it's like vanilla cake, vanilla pudding, but chocolate icing. Like that combination. Ends up working out really good. Because all in chocolate or all in vanilla is just like a little overkill. You need that mix. I will take that one over. Do we even have a cascade there? No, let's go for throw. Can we get a skull randomly? Yeah, there we go. That's what we're looking for. And we got an extra turn there. Not like we really needed it. Genie over there. And now that I think about it, I think it's been like a year since I've had cake. Unless you count cupcakes. But I don't know, cupcakes and cake isn't quite the same. Like, they taste similar, but I wouldn't consider them like the same thing. They're different enough that they're basically two different things to me. Though I can't think of a single other object where I would say the same about. Where like a smaller form factor of it is basically like a different object. I could throw that down. Is there such a thing as overkill of chocolate? I don't know. Death by chocolate's kind of good. But there's definitely a thing of too much chocolate. Like, you need something to balance it out. Because if you just have a lot of chocolate, it just tastes like more chocolate. Like, you can't distinguish the differences of the chocolates. Like, something that has multiple different chocolates could work as long as you have something to balance it out. But that's about pretty much any flavor. Like, you can never have too much of a single flavor, otherwise it just all cancels itself out. Dip bananas in chocolate? Bananas in chocolate is pretty nice. If I was to ever dip any fruit in chocolate, I would say it's normally strawberries. Oh, Lester's thinking of it that way. Let's go claim our chest over here. And we should have enough shards to go for one more kingdom off of 90%. Or I guess 30%, whatever you'd call it. I say 90% because we're getting like 90-something shards. That's 30% extra. Which gives you like 90-something shards. Also, once again, we have a billion different ways to get purple, yet still can't get a single purple. There we go. Throw that down, get his Olga. I'm not even going to go for Skull. For how many pokes it's going to take us, it's quicker just do an Iron Gut as Olga. Which is one of the reasons why this works so good in Underworld and at higher statted areas. Because even at this range, it's already quicker for us to go for insta-kill than it is for Skull. Let's go run with the one last one. We'll do Golvania here. Good old Golvania. And then tomorrow I'll have a brand new mythic to go mess with. In the video, I'll try to get out pretty early if I can. As long as they don't crash tomorrow night. Or I should say tonight, I guess, technically. Tomorrow morning. We'll cover as early as we can. It's just a pretty fun mythic. I'm looking forward to it. We'll mess around with it some tomorrow night. That and finish most of Bounty Hunter. I might just do all Bounty Hunter, we'll see. I might split it between 2 days, though. It's definitely doable within a single stream, but if we're gonna mess with the mythic, might do it half and half. Oh, once again, I forgot to cast Bane of Mercy first. Wonderful. But in all fairness, the board has nowhere to cast Bane of Mercy. It's actually quicker to go for Iron Gut rather than Zolgoth, which is why I tried canceling it and then wasted even more time. Because Zolgoth actually takes slightly longer due to all the skull cascades. So if you can kill with one or the other, you actually generally want to kill with Iron Gut if you can. Saves like a second or two. Oh, once again, why did I not Bane of Mercy first? How many times are we going to make that mistake? Where we have very obvious alignment and then I don't do it first. I think what I'm thinking is Iron Gut will use the purple and then recast again, which is why I keep doing it in that order. But he doesn't use purple, so he can't recast from it. Because I keep thinking like, oh, we have alignment, so we're going to gain all of our mana back. But he doesn't use purple, so we can't do that. But there's other teams that do function like that, which is what I'm thinking of when I'm looking at it. I'll take that, take that. Oh, we're already dead, never mind. About to go cycle some mana, but apparently it's already down. Will the Mythic be out on event chests? No. The Mythic will not be in event keys. The Mythic is from Golvania, so... actually, it's from the kingdom we're exploring in right now. So it will not be in event keys. Only what currently is in event keys will be in event keys. So like Ubistet and stuff like that. But no, the new Mythic will not be. Only Glory Gem Guild and VIP chests. So basically every key except for event keys and gold keys. Event keys still have the Urskia drop table. Not Urskia, I mean Pride Lands. And gold keys just don't drop mythics. Yeah, Glory Gem Guild and VIP chests. Same as per usual. Though there are some circumstances where the mythic is in event keys on a given Friday. It's very rare, though. It's only happened like 2 or 3 times. So why'd I do it that way? Luckily that was still enough damage, but there we go. Anything good? No, boo. Well, I made some progress, if nothing else. Anyways, guys, I think we'll wrap it there for now. We will be back tomorrow night, same time as always, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll be going over the new Mythic and messing with Bounty Hunter tomorrow. With this old guy coming in for Bounty Hunter, and I don't think we can currently see the Mythic coming in, oddly enough. But there is indeed a Mythic coming in. And don't forget, last few days to finish out the World event as well as the Summer event, so do make sure to get on that if you haven't already. As far as the World event, you can literally get it all done this weekend. As far as the Summer event, you can't make up for past days, but, you know, you can still get some more progress on any unique Summer Armor, Frenza, the Flower or Golden Flower. And, of course, if you have some spares, we're going for that Power Orb, because why not? It's not unique, but hey, free loot. Only a couple 100 gems for it. Anyways, guys, have a wonderful weekend. We'll cover the Mythic sometime early tomorrow, and I'll see you guys then. Goodbye, everyone.